Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, my weekles? It's your boy Sincere Seven coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit. The Pad, also representing the House of Genesis. So, just to let y'all know, I'm not about to teach. I'm not about to drop anything about health and anything like that. This is more of some urban philosophy, cushion coffee with a cap, just kicking it, talking about some shit. So the other day, somebody made a post about free bleeding, as is referred to nowadays, I guess. And, basically she said something like, oh, y'all talking about free bleeders when y'all wearing a diaper to bed or something like that, something insinuating that these women are wearing quote unquote diapers, um, and they shouldn't be, and insinuating that this woman was better than them because they're wearing whatever fake, false, created, synthetic type of protection for the furniture. And just kind of made it like, yo, free freedom and where is that? And so I shared it. And when I shared it, I said something to the fact of, I would rather this, meaning the woman wearing the diaper, as the woman pointed out, than a woman bleeding all over all of my furniture, my chairs, my couch, my mattresses. And a lot of women started responding up under my post. Now, I will say there was a balanced, I think, amount of posts that were in support of free bleeding and of those women who were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Free bleeding? What do you mean? There's women walking around just letting this drip all over their this, that, the other, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And then somebody came on and basically tried to educate us men about the beauty of the woman's cycle and the blood that's being released and how divine and beautiful it is and what our ancestors did with it and how I need to commune with it and love it and rub it all over me and have sex with it. And it was a challenge for me to not respond, because there was a lot of things that came to my mind, a lot of things that I wanted to say, and it was like, nah, because I get this. This is not something you text, that you post. You know what I'm saying? Like it so many responses. So I'm like, okay, but when it got to the point where an individual was basically saying that we as men need to be taught how to embrace a woman's cycle and how to assist her with it and how to walk her through. Shut up. Because I ain't wanted to say it, because when you post stuff and you respond, you can't get the joke, you can't get the fluctuation, you can't get if a person's like serious and mad or if they just talking a little shit. So that's why I like doing lives, because I'm about to talk some shit, but it ain't like, no, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. It ain't that. It's more like, man, shut your ass up. Like, you can keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So what am I saying by that? No, the fuck we don't. First of all, I am tired. Watch this. I'm tired of women speaking about what men need to be taught. Okay? When it get to that point, I say stay in your lane, because let me be clear. You don't know nothing about our rites of passages. You don't know nothing about our initiations. Whatever you and your people and your cultures do, I respect that. And I ain't tripping. I ain't finna tell you what you need to do, what you don't need to do, or how y'all need to change it. But I'll be clear, like, you don't know my culture. You don't know to tell me what we need to do and we need to teach. No, we don't. Like, let me be very clear. We do need to bring back rites of passages. We do need to bring back initiations. We do need to bring back teachings. That's why none of y'all agree on whether you should be walking around free bleeding or not. And even if you do agree or not, then apparently a lot of y'all are not aware of how to do it. You know why? Because you're too busy trying to talk about what men need to learn. In our initiations and rites of passage, there is no part. I don't think that you're going to find me in African culture that's going to tell you that in the young boys' rites of passage, they're teaching the boys how to support a woman on her god dang on cycle. I don't think he gets one class about how divinely feminine a woman's blood cycle is and how it needs to be embraced and how it needs to be loved and how we need to, what did you say, get your blood wings and have sex with that? No, that's nasty. That's nasty. To tell me I need to be eating you out while you on your cycle and I need to be having sex with you while you on your cycle. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with people who do this, right? Just like there's a lot of things that people do in the privacy of their own home. Puffy, that is their business. But it's also not going to change the fact that I see it as nasty. Okay? So, I'm not judging you. If you are one of those people who, when your woman is on her cycle, you like getting your face all red and the rest of your body all red and doing all, that's your business. But I don't have a problem with saying that's nasty. You telling me, okay, hold on. Let's really think about this. Is it or is it not a cleansing cycle? Is it or is it not a point of time where your body is cleansing itself? I'm asking the question because if it is, in my mind, this can be compared to defecation. And when your body is releasing defecation, are you about to tell me, oh, this is the divine essence, this comes from the divine place, and it needs to be met with this reverence, and I need to learn how to eat it and have sex in it? And you're nasty. You nasty. Now that I've spoke on that, let me just get to the rest of it, the whole thing. Okay, so first of all, no, men do not need to learn anything. So to the women who are saying that, no. You all as women need to learn to take the women and the girls that you all are supposed to be responsible for and share the information that you're sharing with me. Because in my mind, if that's the case, why aren't all the women agreeing to this? Why is it up under this post? There's women here saying, what is you talking about? You sound nasty. And I'm saying, I'm not a woman, so it's not up to me to say what y'all should or shouldn't be doing. But what I'm saying is, as a man, I don't care about you all telling me about the divine presence of the feminine essence and all of this type of shit. I don't care about that. What I'm telling you is my house is a divine presence. My house is a divine place of worship. And to defile it, did you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Go put your blood on your mama couch. Go put your blood on your grandma bed. Go put your blood on your auntie's chairs. I want to hear those women explain that this is an essence that's supposed to be worshipped, and it's okay. Let that be on their chairs. Let that be on their couch. Let that be on every mattress that they buy. To me, that sounds like somebody who don't know how to practice personal hygiene properly. If every time I come over your crib and I sit down somewhere and I get up and it's a shit stain, I don't think that that's going to be divine. I don't think that that's going to be beautiful. I don't think that's going to be something that you're talking about somebody needs to commune with and become comfortable with and realize the presence of it is. Shut your, man, listen. So, to any man that will allow y'all to let y'all teach them that your blood is beautiful and should be shared all over his furniture, that's his business and that's y'all business. But I'm telling y'all, I don't care how many of y'all hop up under my post with this divine feminine presence of beauty and love and creation and from the mother's womb and needs to be. Stop it. Don't come over to the pad or the house of Genesis thinking that you bleeding on my furniture is going to be met with, oh, yes, please, Queen, leave your divine presence all over my furniture. Because it's not. Because it's not. And the last woman who did that has not been, no, after I had to wash my cushions, wash my couch, and she's never been invited back into my home. And any woman who thinks that that is something that should be worshiped, that should be okay, you're not invited to the House of Genesis or the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Let me be very clear. I don't care what you all see as beautiful and all of these different things. If you don't know how to keep your whatever that is to yourself until it's time to dispose of it or put it where it needs to be, I ask you, I'm not over here. You see this? You see what color this couch is? Y'all see this couch? I would rather not. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me be clear. Do I have a problem with free bleeding? No. I said what I had said, that I invite you all to stay home until you're done. This isn't oh, y'all shouldn't be free bleeding. Y'all coming up under my post like y'all like saving all free bleeders everywhere. No. I'm saying if you do not, as an adult, know how to clean up after yourself, no, not over here. That's all I said. You free bleed wherever you want. You sit in the grass, sit on the tree, sit on your boyfriend's lap. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? But the idea that y'all was gonna come on and try to educate me on, very fascinating. Thank you for all of your shares. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. My page is not monetized. I don't get paid for comments. So I'm just saying, no disrespect. But all of y'all was up under there like, yeah, was gonna learn me something. No, I'm just really looking at, oh, this is very very interesting. It's very interesting, to say the least, because I lived with somebody who did that for a while, and I know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it, and there's no convincing me otherwise. But I do appreciate y'all for tapping in, because, like somebody else said, this is a conversation that needs to be brought to the community, and I can see that. I can see that, because my thing is, I feel like it should be. I feel like this is something that, if women feel that much about, their free bleeding, and that this is something that needs to be done, then we need to come up with, like, in Jamaica, when the women on their cycle, they go up to a certain place. They go away from the man. They go away. They all together. All the women who on their cycle at whatever time they're at the cycle house or whatever. I don't know what it's called. And my whole thing is, if y'all think like that and you see like that, that's what y'all need to be doing. Y'all need to get all together and bleed all at the same place. Bleed all over whatever it is that y'all share, that divine presence. And if y'all feel like that, then share these divine essences and all of that. Me personally, no, I'm not. I don't know. I don't see that like that. I don't see that like that. But if we are going to present it like that, like our women in our community need to find a health and a healing and all of that in free bleeding, let me be clear. It's not for men to learn how to support you in that. Okay? Y'all do a lot with this. This is why I asked the other day, what do y'all think about men leading healing circles for women and women leading healing circles for men? This is why I asked this, because a lot of times there's miseducation, there's misrepresentation, and there's misunderstandings that are continued to spread under the guise of people who feel like they educating somebody or some people. And a lot of time it just ends in more confusion, more disgust. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people that are out here so-called teaching individuals are teaching individuals that are not from the same cultures as them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem speaking on things like that. I think that it's a large issue if I was to come into a predominantly white community and start speaking about ancestral works and magics and practices that need to be done, and sexual practices that need to be done based off ancestral veneration. How, when we don't have the same ancestors? That's a real question. Because my whole thing is, if we're doing ancestral veneration, then we need to think about what that is. Because today's time and what's going on in today's society ain't the same thing that was going on in our ancestors' society. So I'll ask you this. If you are venerating your ancestors, how if we are also practicing in some of the practices that the ancestors were punished through. Let's not act like those not a serious thing. And let me be clear. That's why I speak on the difference between ancestral veneration and celestial and cosmic. All of these are not the same. So when we get outside of ancestral, then race, sexuality, none of those things matter. Let me be very clear. I'm very aware of that. But I'm very amazed when people are speaking about ancestral works when they don't look like the people they talking to. Ancestral works includes race. So most of the ancestors we're talking about were in a situation of being belittled, disrespected, and put into a place of slavery. Let's be 100, right? So we can't, in my mind, I would not approach any ancestral works from anybody outside of that ancestral lineage. Make it make sense. This is not a attack. This is a, am I wrong? Because when I see people speaking about things ancestrally, that's like me speaking to an Asian man about my ancestors and how we do and how we see and why they should do so, that we don't have the same ancestors. So it's not going to be the same. The idea is not going to be the same. How we look at it is not going to be the same. And the ancestral responses to it is not going to be the same. And this is coming from an individual who does not do a whole lot of ancestral work. Okay? I do more cosmic celestial, as you would call it, than I do ancestral. I do ancestral when I am basically instructed to. And it's like, okay, this has to be done for my ancestral lineage, right? So for me, the whole talk about ancestral and why we should or shouldn't based ancestral, it gets real serious. It's like, wait, why would you bring that into it? And a lot of times to me, this is a person's attempt to try to bring validity to what their opinion is. This is your opinion. And to tell me anything about ancestrally, us having sex, eating period blood, and having sex with women on periods, I don't buy that shit. I don't buy that shit. I ain't never heard of my mom people's talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, that might be something that people do in this day and age. You don't want to wait, you're horny, you whatever. But ancestrally, stop it. And to try to mix those two things, to me, just kind of shows a lack of qualification to be teaching individuals in a certain place certain things. Y'all know me. I don't have no problem standing on my square. This ain't no attack. I'm responding to what was said. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I just invite y'all to speak about these things a little bit deeper. This is why I bring these things up, because we have so many different opinions on them. We do. We have a lot of different opinions on these things. You know what I'm saying? So when people start trying to bring spiritual into it, it's like, wait a minute, don't try to turn this into, and that's why I was kind of looking at the post, like, so is this what we're going to do? We're going to, like, for me, I have an issue with everything being tried to be turned spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Now women twerking and popping a coochie and all of this, talking about, oh, this is the spiritual dances that we did when we was in Africa. And it's like, come on, man. Is everything spiritual? Seriously, are we gonna connect everything to spirit? And I mean, everything is energy. Let's keep it 100. Do we? Maybe that's the thing. Do we know the difference between spirit and energy? Because a lot of people, to me, just keep making everything spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, if everything that comes from the woman is spiritual and is supposed to be embraced and loved, all right, well, is this why y'all going to Dubai and letting people defecate on y'all? Shouldn't it be you defecating on them? Because what's spiritual about a man defecate? See what I'm saying? Let's stop with all of that. Like, I'm just saying. Y'all know me. I just be saying stuff. I want to know what y'all responses is. What do you think? What I always say? Stop me when I'm wrong. Talk to me. I talk back. Talk a little shit, because I talk that. Right now, I'm talking shit. This is like all of those responses that was in the inbox. I'm like, oh, this is very interesting. So I want to talk a little shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm open for hearing, you know what I'm saying, y'all responses. That's 100. That's why hold on, let me go look on here right now. I want to see Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me, argue with me, tell me I'm on some other shit. You know, oh no, nobody's tapped in yet. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just, you know, again, free bleeding, I ain't saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying stay in your own space, stay on your own mattress, bleed all over your own furniture. To think that a man, like y'all always talking about, men always want to come over your shit and always want this and your man need to have his own. Okay, I got my own shit. And I'm saying, don't come over here bleeding on my shit. If you think that I'm less spiritual because I don't want to embrace your period blood, so be it. I'm a regular nigga in my mind. Spiritual doesn't necessarily mean good. Ooh, shit, Lillian. You said something there, didn't you? You said, ding, ding, look, message. You said something there. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you're right. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because I do feel like a woman's cycle is a spiritual experience for sure. Like, right? But do I feel like it needs to be shared and embraced and loved and that we need to teach men how to? No, I feel like y'all taking it too far with that one. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But so I just wanted to get on the kick. Y'all know me. I like bringing the challenging conversations to the forefront. I like discussing these things. I like bringing them out. I like that some of y'all see shit differently. And yeah, baby. Where's Cinderella? Where's Cinderella? I think she with them dwarfs. She no, that was Snow White, wasn't it? Oh, you know what? Cinderella, she lost the shoe and she had run off from the little ball and she was in a pumpkin, but it was a carriage and it turned back into a pumpkin and she got pumpkin seeds and stuff. She had to get dressed and she went to the crib. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that to me on a live broadcast. You gonna say that to your father? You gonna say that to your babe? Okay. You didn't mean it? Okay. Thank you, babe. I love you. I love you. Whoa, y'all, that was damn. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to kick it about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get my ones and twos. You know, so to the ladies who are free bleeders, that's cool. Do your thing, but have some respect, man. Have some respect, straight up, straight up. Have some respect. That's how I feel about it. I think I support it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be involved in it. How about that? That sound good? You know what I'm saying? That's like a person telling you, "Oh, my child, we don't wear diapers." Because you know they're chemicals and you know you're gonna cause diaper rashes and all of this, so they just let the child piss and shit while they walking around in your house. In my mind, same thing. How y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? They just set your child, they child right there on your couch, no drawers, no nothing, baby just shit on your couch. It's like, oh, it's okay, it's natural. The babies are the greatest. The babies are the closest thing to spirit and God, so a little shit on your couch shouldn't bother you. How do you feel now? Do you feel the same? You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let's discuss it. Cause y'all was on that post, like, man, y'all was tapping in. Like, I'm tripping on some, nah, man, free bleeding, free bleeding, free bleeding. Teach this foolish young man right here. Teach you how to clean up after yourselves. Shit. Shit. Nah, but I love y'all, man. I ain't finna take no more time. That was it. I said what I had to say. When people say, I said what I said, as if that shit made it official. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. And I love y'all. And tell somebody you love them in a language that they what can understand it in. Peace.